All right, we are ready to go. Ready to go live. Yep, everything is set to go. So let's go ahead and get started here. Technical Tuesday, 11/26/2024. This one's actually the second one. The last one I didn't have it on YouTube. It was kind of a small one, didn't really announce it too much on that one. But this one did do a bit of announcements, actually just released the link earlier today, but now we have it set for every single week. It'll be the same link to join in. So if there's any questions that you have, just write it in the chat area. In the meantime, I'm going to be focused and just analyzing all charts, let you guys know what setups I see and potentials that you can take. If there's any requests, any charts that you want me to analyze, just write it in the chat area and I'll have a look at those. And then towards the end of this, so max, I'll be on here for about an hour. Towards the end, I'll be going over some training, so it'll be something fairly random, just so we can have a variety of different trainings that can help you out through these. So it'll be free and available here on YouTube, pre-recorded, as well as those that are joining in live here. But let's go ahead and start now. Just send this message real fast. Okay. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So here we go. Right. Let's get started with the analysis. So again, if there's any pairs that you want me to analyze, just let me know. There's a couple that are on my radar that I'm looking at right now for potentials. Um, as far as like the foreign exchange market, there's certain long holds that I'm in on other ones for crypto. But let's go ahead and start here. So, okay. This is actually a pretty not so good trade. I actually took a loss on this trade here. Yeah, it was consolidating, came back up, and then dropped back down. Very choppy market that happened on this AED CAD here, but um, just get into the majors here. So we'll start with Euro USD. Actually, before getting everything going here, let's actually have a check at the news. So we have Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday, so just preparing for less volatility then. But this morning at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's going to be some USD news, unemployment claims, and prelim GDP. So some high impact news there, and then about an hour and a half later, we'll have some more core PCE price index high impact news there. And all day for the euro. So we'll be checking out euro pairs, USD pairs, just because there's going to be much more volatility in the market. So we'll have a check at all the majors, definitely Euro USD, Euro JPY as well. we'll be going through the list here. Okay, so here we go. Second. Okay. So with Euro USD, let's go ahead and go into the bigger time frame. I'm going to erase everything just so you can have an idea of what I'm looking for. So going to the weekly time frame here and seeing definitely a strong bearish push. It's been bearish for quite a while now since the elections and strength for the dollar, which strength for the dollar means euro should be dropping overall. Overall, the dollar, since it has 80% of the market's volatility, it can control a lot of it. So very strong strength, which brought the euro to the USD down. And but there should be some opportunities for retracement. So going to be checking out for that. So we have highs up here and markets dropping. This is the low area, and we're just going to look and see if there's any potential areas where price could potentially reverse. So yeah, potentially all the way into these areas here. So definitely not looking to, you may be able to scalp it and like catch some quick pips to be buying, but overall you should be mainly looking for sales. So this isn't really a good one unless you're scalping and you're catching some quick buys on this. But yeah, weekly, seeing this coming back down here, we have the 3 at the bottom here. Real quick, for those that don't know what threes do, it's a deviation area where it lets us know that price is expected to reverse. Kind of the same way RSI lets us know that price is expected to reverse. Like if I pull up the RSI here, we have the 3 at the top, we see divergence, and from there price did reverse. That was a long-term play right there. So here, just based off of looking at the market though, I see one push coming down, second push coming down, so it may retrace a bit here, like how I'm marking it off, and then continuing to push down for the third leg over here, and then maybe a potential reversal from there. But let's see if I can maybe snipe something. So I do see like a hammer formation there mixed with a bullish engulfing at the bottom. So zooming in. Okay, so just looking at structure here, we have highs and lows here. So it's still in a bearish formation. You see lower high, lower low, and right now it's touching that lower high area and resistance right there. So from looking at this, and I can already see an area that we can trap price. Trap price like this. We would kind of get an idea of where market may lead to, depending on if it breaks up or if it breaks down. Only thing with this, it would be better if we place sell orders than if we place buy orders. Okay, even though if we have the threes and everything on a bigger time frame, it's overall a bearish market, so we should be going with the trend. Overall, looking for sells. So going more in here. Let's see what we can see. So same thing, price trapped, and yeah, definitely very choppy movement going on. Yeah, nothing really clear that I see that is letting me know to buy or sell. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Euro USD right now, not too good of a entry position. I'm just gonna look in a little bit more. Yeah, not too good of a position. Um, not too good of a position. If anything, it'd be more of shorting these areas and aiming down for these lows over here or these lows down here. Um, but yeah, I don't see anything really that's a nice clear setup. So let's go to the next pair here. We'll just aim for all euro pairs for now, just because there's high effects on euro. There's everything. All right, so and again, if there's anything you want me to analyze, just put it in the chat area and I will have a look at this. Ooh, okay, so Euro JPY, we can see potential longer term head and shoulder pattern going on here. So it's coming down right now. Now this is weekly time frame, so for a play like this to happen, it would take a really long time. Uh, maybe a few months as it's coming down here, breakouts and everything. Um, yeah, that's the bigger formation I see there. Let's zoom in some more. Now take off this pattern. So definitely looking to short this. So I can see this dropping down to back here. I can see this dropping down to about here. So it's on its way right now. That's where it's headed towards. This was that retracement area where could have been a potential like longer term play if we got in there. I did not get in there. But yeah, this one was on the radar for cells and okay. In this time frame, daily, we have like that head and shoulder formation breakout happen there. Breakout retest, head down, 4 hour. So this zone here, in. Okay, so for here, noticing some divergence here on our side bit. As this is a very strong bearish move here, we have a 3 down here. So it's potentially going to push up. This breakout and retest isn't really a nice clear like retest. Usually for I'll like looking for more of like a cup formation. So like how we see here, price is coming down, and then we have like that V formation or like a cup. That's what I'm looking for in the market. So here, this little one right here wouldn't really count. I'm looking for more of this here. And then here is where I'm going to be looking for a sell. So most likely this is going to pull back up into these areas here, and then I'm going to be looking to short this going down. So right now, I'm not seeing too much of a good setup for this one. Just based off of where the current market is at right now, it's low. We don't sell it low unless we're doing like a long-term play and you're trying to get in now for a sell and aim for these lows over here, but stops would have to be pretty high up to give it some room. So it's probably going to be like a 1-to-1 ratio right there. So not really worth it too much, especially if it's like a long-term play like that. Um, so yeah, if you're risking, let's say 5% of your account, you're gonna have to wait a really long time for it to drop down and potentially make 5% or lose 5% if it reverses. So yeah, for now, not seeing anything on that for a setup now. Let's go on to the GBP USD major year. Now erase everything just so there's no nothing on the charts. Okay, so in one of these plays, I'm sure I'll be able to find something for tonight's session. London session or New York, there should be some setups for sure. So you just have to be patient and wait for these to present itself. Hmm. So this one, it is overall bullish movement that's happening there, but bearish, and again, because of the US dollar being strong, bring the GBP to the USD down. So bearish move. See if I see a major area here. Okay, so we have a pretty decent area right there where price could go up into this level and then continue to drop down. I think overall bullish momentum for the US dollar, especially with Trump coming in as president, you should be expecting for more strong movement on the US dollar. So yeah, and this is kind of doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing now, except the opposite. It's kind of pumping, and right now, like Bitcoin is somewhere around 95, and it's expecting to have some sort of pullback because of a strong push coming down. Nothing really just pushes straight down. Usually there's some retracement that happens. So for the US dollar, I expect the same thing to happen, some retracement to happen, and then potential reversal from there. So that could be an area where price could come up into and then drop down. Uh, so drop down or see if there's other zones up here. Yeah, I'd say that's like a major one there. So zooming in. Zooming in, we're just at the lows. We have threes at the bottom here. Yeah, this, so with GBP and USD, no, GBP USD and Euro USD, these are two correlating pairs. So if you notice, it's basically the same thing that we have with Euro USD. If I go back and forth between both, you're gonna see the same thing. We have the lower low, and right now it touched the high. And if you remember from the first thing here, the first analysis is kind of trapped like that, not really letting us know where it's uh, going. It is a bearish market, but no like good structure right now. I would like to see if for it to come up like this and then come down like this, and then from there potentially buy here to then push going up. But for now, I don't see that. So see the chat here. Is that a custom divergence indicator? Custom divergence indicator. So are you referring to the RSI D? Let me know if you're referring to the RSI there. And Frankie on YouTube, I'll have a look at gold. Yes. Um, so is that a customer divergence indicator? Yeah, so yeah, it's the RSI relative strength index. So yeah, it's not a custom one there. It's just the standard one on the indicators tab. You just look at RSI and it should be on there. Uh, but yeah, so same thing with GBP/USD. If I look at Euro USD, it's just basically the exact same thing. It's like it's twin brother. So it's the same exact formation that's going on. So no real nice out there. Now maybe there will be a breakout towards the upside or downside. We'll see what's going to happen towards a London session, but usually London session will go one way, and then New York session may drop down. Um, so it might actually do something like this, where London session will drop down, maybe down to like these lows, and then New York session push up and break towards the upside, and then consolidating towards like Asian range. Uh, but yeah, so again, not really a nice setup there. See if there was some other ones here. Just having a look at. Okay, so this is not any of the euros or USDs, but we have GBP NZD here. And reason why I'm pulling this one up is because I do see really strong areas of resistance at these highs up here. And we have a three at the top there. It's still in like a uptrend movement there, but this high over here did not reach the other high, and it's showing lower highs, which is showing more weakness in here. So we could be potentially looking for these are the highs, and then looking to short more like a long-term play. So let's zoom in. Okay. Yeah, I see it touch this low on this area here. So if it breaks below, then we're in a bearish market, and then from there, once it breaks below, I can see if it's potentially going to be a good order. But Let's see, zoom in some more. Okay, I do not see anything right now. What about these highs over here? So from what I see here, it's more of a triple bottom. It is at a strong level of support down here. With a triple bottom, we have a three here, most likely threes on the 1 hour as well. So yeah, right now, we'll just have to see if it breaks out. It's ranging sideways. We're gonna see if it's gonna break out coming up. Usually on these breakouts, the distance from this high to this low is a distance that is expected to reverse either towards the upside or when it breaks out coming down. So usually that's like the minimum that it reaches to and further. So right now, there's nothing yet. But this one is a good potential. Good potential. Just would need to see more of a price breakout here. Let's see. Um, yeah, I think overall with this candle formation that it did right here, this really strong push coming down, I think that this is going to break more down. So right now it's headed down. You can see it rejected around 61.8 exactly, and then it's dropping down. I would say it's going to drop down to about 61, negative 61.8. It's not in session right now to place a trade. Would have been better to catch it up here as it was at a strong level of resistance, so that I missed out on. Uh, but yeah, down to like negative 61.8 there. And so you can technically catch it now and just wait to see. So even risk to reward on this would be like kind of decent, 1.41 there. So, but you would have to eye this out and see what happens at this level of support. And then during London session, like making sure that it's still going in this direction, not a retrace, a rejection off of this level of support there. So yeah, right now, I try not placing trades during the Asian session. So yeah, this wouldn't be a trade out of place right now. But yeah, just so you can have an idea, have this on your radar. So then later during like London or New York, you can have a look and see. So it's but yeah. Have a look at NZD here. Or actually, let me get to Frankie there, who mentioned about gold. Let's have a look at gold here. So reach some highs up there. Only thing with this with gold is there's because it's all-time highs, it's hard to kind of tell like if there's an area that there could be some reaction. Right. So like over here in these highs over here, there was previous area that it was around this high that we can kind of tell like, okay, it's bouncing, 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 didn't break these lows, so it's not going into the downtrend, it's going and it broke the highs and it's going towards the uptrend. Like I mentioned earlier, when it's ranging like that from this high to this low, that should be like the minimum that it should go when it does its full breakout. So over there, you can see it reached that range and kind of pulled back a little bit after, but then continued to push up. So overall with gold though, let me zoom in and maybe see if there's a potential like intraday setup there. So daily, we have like a head and shoulder pattern going on. Ooh, very strong bearish engulfing. Bearish engulfing right here on the right shoulder. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice intraday setup for sure to be placing sells right now. Yeah. Again, there's not too many structures. Like I have this low right here, but is it a strong level of support? It kind of is. It's the only one, so there's really no option. But to just have a look and see. So zooming in here, so that's the right shoulder. We should be expecting price to shoot down to about here, these lows down here. So just really crazy divergence going on here. We have this drop here while this is going like a really steep high like that. So that explains that big drop that happened there. But yeah, then it reached the oversold area. So now it's starting to pull back a bit. So I think, hmm, okay, even though if it did have a big drop and then it pulled back, uh, when we look at this overall, like what I'm seeing on the 4 hour, because the 4 hour lets me know more of like the structure of the trend. So you see this high over here, highs were broken. In this area here, we can see highs broke above. So when highs are broken, that means it's in the uptrend formation. And so it's like a higher high. And then right now, it's like that higher low that's happening there. Uh, so, and there's a bit more structure here too. So if I put this line here, I can see. So you can zoom in so you can see that better. So this area here, it touched and reject, pretty strong area of resistance there, I would say. Same with here, it came down, hit like resistance there. Here, it broke above, hit like support there. And then right now, it's hitting like support. Lots of wicks put that dropped down here, and now it's showing that it's pushing up. So I would say, even though if the big time frame shows a strong, uh, well, it's really an uptrend. When you think about gold, it is a bullish market. Um, the daily is showing head and shoulders, but 4 hours showing this here. So I would actually say more of a buy here. And usually, as far as like these gaps go, uh, these gaps go right here, they should get filled for the most part. So we should be seeing price push up into these areas. So let's go more down and see if there's a setup to be buying this. Inverted head and shoulders there. Only thing is neckline on this is kind of meeting up with these highs right there. So I would say if price reaches above here, then that would be more of a good potential buy setup then. Stops, and have it tight like that. It's kind of like a 1-2-1 though right there. Yeah, I'm not loving it. So something with trading is you want to make sure that you let it present itself a really good opportunity. If you have mixed things letting you know, like here it's saying more sell, right? If you see a bearish engulfing like that, right at the close of that candle, that should be a sell, and we should be aiming for this low right here. So on the longer term, it's letting me know short here stops above these highs here and then take profit. That's what big time frame is telling. But then small time frame is showing that it's potentially going to retrace. So yes, it may have a retracement coming up there, but on the long term play, I can see it reversing down into these areas here. So mixed signals, not really a good thing. So yeah, I would kind of not be placing. All right. Any pairs you guys wanted to check out here? If there's any requests, write them down. Unfortunately, right now I don't see so far with all the pairs that I pulled out. It hasn't been a good setup. I know CAD JPY, I did short this one over here. And I was potentially sitting for a long position there, but didn't happen. Ended up breaking and coming down. Yeah, so lows. Ooh, go back to the chat here. Okay. Um, yeah, USD CAD, US dollar strength against the CAD. Right now it's its pullback area. I could potentially see let me look a bit more into USD CAD. This one seems pretty solid. Um, it is uptrend formation, even though if it did have a strong wick like that, I don't really like it too much, but it's a bullish wick. It's not a bearish one there. So when it's bearish like this here, that's a bit more concerning. Like usually when it's a bearish candle close like this of a shooting star formation, that's usually when you'll notice market reverse. You'll catch like previous lows or even lower. But with here, it was a bullish one. So not too concerned about that. And then looking at the weekly, yeah, it's not really concerning too much there. Um, so yeah, overall it is a strong bullish momentum. Now let's see if there's any levels that we can see. So here's a pretty decent one. It doesn't have three areas where it's touching, but it's pretty strong support and resistance area. So as of now, it hasn't dropped down to that area. So not a buy potential now. Um, yeah, you'll see some people get in early, let's say for a buy, to expect US dollar to rise up, but right now I wouldn't get in on this retracement just yet. It's still dropping down somewhere. So yeah, if you did want to scalp it, I would actually say more selling right now rather than buying right now. So zooming in here, and we're approaching the time where I'm going to start getting into training if there's not other ones to look at. It's Zell mentioned about BTC USD. So I can do a quick analysis on Bitcoin there. Um, Overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but there is some room for retracement. Same like how the US dollar push going up. Yeah, things usually just don't spike up without retracing. That's kind of what I base my software, the hedge fund algo software mainly for is there's some retracement that is expected when it does have its push. Um, so yeah, so far from what I see, it's in a downtrend. Downtrend, and let's see if things can. Oh, right here, just here. I'll extend this more to the left here. But I can see a strong wick reaction at that level. Yeah, so it's a pretty decent area there for entry. Let's see, strong resistance, strong support. There's three times here, 1, 2, 3. Um, Same with here. So it's like a strong area of resistance. So it's better when the candles are around there to be looking to sell, not necessarily just the wicks. Um, yeah, it does have a bearish wick right there. Let's see if we can maybe scalp this. Zoom in some more, bearish engulfing. Usually when you see a shooting star like that, if you go into a smaller time frame, you don't normally see stuff like this, like bearish engulfing or a morning star or evening star. In this case, potentially like the evening star, but did a bearish engulfing. So for this, technically on this sell like this on scalping, it would be down to this low, but I would say it's going to drop even lower. But that could be like take profit one right there, quick 10 pips, and then take profit two down here. So yeah, pretty decent one, I would say right here. Normally I don't go lower than 15, but I will just so I can get more of an idea. I'd say this one's a pretty decent setup for a sell stop this level here. Sell stop, which means when price drops down here, it will activate for a sell, not sell limit. Sell limit is when price is pushing up and you want to sell or drop down. So this one sell stop down to, yeah, it definitely has potential to drop down to those lows there. So And even from marking off the lows here, that I like doing this just as a potential reaction area, there's room for it to drop and hit somewhere about here. And then when it reaches there, then we could be looking for a potential buy setup there. Okay. But for now, see a nice clear bearish move coming down. So we'll be looking to short this here. So I'm actually adding this to the top of my list. That's perfect because this, at least we got one really good setup for today. Um, one really good setup for a scalping entry. All right, now let's get into the trading portion. Oh, I didn't forget about you, Itzel. You mentioned about BTC USD. I'll get into BTC USD and then also get into the trading. Okay. So Bitcoin. My overall projections is there's some retracement that's needed for Bitcoin. Um, just like these highs over here, really strong push, pushing, and then retracement, right? It never really just continues to rise up without any retracement. There has to be retracement for things to balance out. And that's when more buyers get into the market. This is usually where sellers sell off. And I actually posted about this, I want to say like last week, where my projections is that it's going to reach somewhere around the 100K level, which is a psychological level. And that could be part of the training here, as well as anything with major zeros. So like 100,000 is a major psychological level where buyers will hold their Bitcoin until there and then they will sell off. And when they're selling, then it changes the market into a bearish, into dropping down some. I think overall, Bitcoin is bullish, clearly, and especially with Trump in office, uh, he's really strong on the crypto stuff. So I could see it retracing potentially down to about here, and then that's more like a long-term play. So buy at a discount is going to be better than buying up here, right? Funny story is my wife, she wanted to surprise me. This was back when there was a bullish run. I want to say 20, like this area here, 2021 or so. Lots of people were inside of just buying, right? And she literally bought the highs, and we were in a negative for a while. She tried to surprise me thinking that she's like gonna just put some money into trading and make some money there, and finally now we're in some profit. She got into like XRP and like Bitcoin stuff, trying to be a trader, but yeah, I don't like buying the highs. I buy the lows. I buy the lows or I buy the breakouts. Like buying this breakout here, that's where I was getting in. When price was above 75K, um, another major psychological level, buying, all the way to 100K, shorting. Or not shorting, but exiting some profits at that point, waiting for price to come back and then buying at a discount. Think about it as like a Black Friday deal is when price reverses, retracing, and yeah. So um, while we're in the topic of crypto, so recently inside of the elite area here, so we, for those that don't know, we transferred into this WAP platform here, and it's actually been pretty amazing. I've gotten some good feedback for this platform. Notifications get sent out nicely. emails get sent out nicely. There's been issues where like sometimes emails will get into spam with uh with what I was using before. So now things are much more better to get notifications. But getting into like the crypto, so that's something that I'm adding on. Um, Adding on is something that's gonna help out people find opportunities in crypto as well. Since I'm trading it actively, other people can also benefit from that. So that's that. But yeah, hope this quick little analysis there. Bitcoin, it's more of a buy and hold thing. Here's a tactic that you can use with investing is there's something called the dollar cost average. Okay. And with the dollar cost average, the way that it works is if you're not good at like sniping out trades, like, you know, this would have been better buying position than having to buy up here, right? But if you're a new trader, you're not too good at trading, uh, what you could do is what's called dollar cost average. You can look this up where let's say you have, to make it easy, $12,000 to invest. Okay. So, and this is just educational purposes. You don't have to do this. And this is not financial advice for you to do. But what you can do is every month, let's say you have 12K, instead of putting 12K in a random area in the market where you don't know how to invest. Okay, let's say you put 12K over here, like my wife should put a bunch of Ks on the highs. Um, so that's not the way to do it. If you don't know how to invest, the best way is every single month you would just do uh, like 1,000. 1,000 on this month, 1,000 the next month, 1,000 the next month, 1,000 the next month, 1,000 the next month, right? And so when you do it this way, you kind of allow for, even if there's retracements in markets or the highs, even if you're buying the highs or buying the middle or buying the lows, you kind of get the average within that year. And then from there, you kind of entered yourself in a pretty decent position. And this is mainly used within like the stock market or a bullish market, where price is pushing up and you don't want to buy the highs, but you still want to get invested in. So, you could buy up here, you could buy when it's dropping down, and when it keeps dropping, you can buy some more, and you just kind of average it out and do it that way. So hopefully I have some good advice there. So for today, I'm actually going to be extending. I set the max to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard to be doing this, but I'm going to be extending just because I didn't get too much into the training. I kind of covered a little bit of random nuggets here that you can take home with you. Um, but let's get more into the strategy that I want to talk here. So the strategy here is going to be the threes mixed with reversal patterns. One of the top things that I look for in the market are going to be these threes that you see on my chart here, which it's called the Pro Threes. To get access to this, you would have to join into like a plan or uh, into the elite plan for this WAP community here. You just go to wap.marketmasters/elite. Um, but so getting into this, anytime you see a three, like how we see here with Bitcoin, you would look for anything in the market that lets you know that price is expected to reverse. Okay. So like how we see the three down here at the bottom, we have the three and we have like a triple bottom formation. We have one, two, three bottoms. From there, you would get this point to this point, drag that across right there. Some people could see this as like a triangle formation. I don't like seeing it as triangles or all these uh, bullish wedge or bearish wedge, none of this stuff. I look for more structure. It did three bottoms. This is where the breakout happened. When the breakout happened here, stops could be at the low of this bottom here, and then take profit could be at highs or even higher, right? Because it's showing a three. Threes are going to be the start of from a downtrend to an uptrend, right? Or an uptrend to a downtrend. When we see the threes at the top, we expect it to go from an uptrend to a downtrend. So we look for anything in the market that lets us know that price is expected to reverse. Okay. Um, so like here we saw a three up here, and then it just kind of did like a double top. It was kind of choppy over here if you actually look at the market. Like it didn't just do a double top, it did like one top and then here kind of top, higher, low, higher, high. Like it wasn't really a good area there, which kind of explains this entire area here was choppy, going back and forth. Um, but yeah, this I mainly use for like, you can use it on all markets, but when you see a three, like how we see here, this is a three on the daily time frame, and we have a double top formation. Inside of the training area, if I go to the Forex Trading Basics here, which is free to join, uh, you come down here and here patterns for sales. And so, whoops, patterns for sales. Okay, so this double top formation right here, you can see that that's exactly what we see here. Double top formation. This is on the daily time frame, so this is a big play here. But yeah, so it would look like this. This is where the breakout happened. We have the three at the top. This is a clear indication that we would be selling here. And we would aim for lows down here, or based off the training here, it shows the measurement from this low here to this high over here is where we expect for the price to reverse. So from this high here down to this low here, price is expected to reverse at least to this level here. Okay, so to catch moves on the daily, that's going to be harder, but you don't have to catch this entire move here, this entire short position. What you could do is this could be a sell area where when you go down to the smaller time frame, so I'm going to do a replay back into these areas. And I'm going to go down to like the 4 hour. 4 hour, we have the three up here. Let me go down to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is where I like looking for more of like intraday setup there. Yeah, so for like here, when it was price was coming up and dropped down, overall still in a bearish market. This was like its pullback, never just continues to drop down. We would actually see the threes down here. That's letting us know that, okay, threes are down here. What is the market telling us? And where do we see price reverse? So this is giving me a inverted head and shoulders here. Head, right shoulder like that. So the breakout happened somewhere around here. This is where you would be looking for long positions. Now, not just basing it off of this, but this is where it's a nice setup to be looking for buys. Even though we shouldn't be buying, we should actually be only looking for sells, but just just going based off the strategy. Breakout should reach at least to this level, which it did. And then from there, we have the 3 up there. If we're to look at price, it was in an upwards area there. We have strong resistance right there. And then price reverse from here could have been a nice sell opportunity right here. Shorting here down to these levels over here. Okay. So with the 3s, if you see patterns and things that let you know that price is expected to reverse, even if it's a candlestick pattern. So this is more market structure, right? This is like, inverted head and shoulders, double tops, triple tops, things like that, that let you know price is expected to reverse in the opposite direction. We see higher lows breaking the higher highs over here and then going into the uptrend formation. That's how I would use 3s, is either these bigger market structure formations, or if you see a 3 and when you zoom in, if you see anything within the candles that tell you that markets are reversing. So right here, I don't really see anything. But like here, this is a clear bearish engulfing, really strong trend. And that would actually be the entry right there, the close of this one. If I was on the 1 hour looking at this, I would get in there. So yeah, sometimes you'll see the 3 and then it will be a shooting star formation. So that's when you would get in for the shooting star. Actually 0.1 hour. So 3 shooting star, see right there. And right here, short position there. Stops at the top. Take profit, you aim for any level of support or resistance. So like a strong level of support or resistance, I would aim for like right there. There's a strong level here. Okay, so you see the 3s, you see something that lets you know price is expected to reverse, and then you execute. Okay. Any questions so far? Not getting any questions, so maybe you're typing it up, so I'll just wait a little bit longer. You are. Now we'll be ending the session here pretty soon. The numbers in the chart 3, 2, 1 represents the level of severity of the pullback. Yes. Yes. So yes, the 3s are mainly a major pullback. The 1s you'll notice mainly during consolidating areas. Markets are a bit choppy, like how we see 1 here. Price does reverse, but it's like kind of chopping sideways like that. Same with over here, ones like that. What I noticed with 2s is usually it'll do this. I'll just up here. So as it's coming up like this, let's say up, up, up. This is usually where you would see the 3s. It's maybe here. Okay. 3s would usually be like that. 1s will usually be somewhere around like these levels here. So when price is kind of, choppy and going sideways, right? Like not too much movement. May notice some 1s here. Okay. So I don't really pay attention too much on ones. If you really wanted to, you could just remove ones and twos so it doesn't distract you from the main thing, which is going to be the threes. Okay, so the twos though, the twos are a little bit more major. So I noticed most of the twos happen when, let's say, price is coming down and as a two here. So twos usually happen in areas of like more of a retracement. When we see prices going from like uptrend like this and it's retracing coming down, usually I notice twos somewhere around like the 61.8, 50% area, depending on what time frame you're on. That's when you'll notice more of the retracement. So the twos could be more helpful than the ones. The ones, more of like a consolidating thing. You'll notice like it consolidating and then it breaks out of that consolidation. So it could be useful for the ones as well, but I'm mainly looking for the threes because that's more of like the price directional, like you can catch trades and sometimes even catch it with like very minimal drawdown where you put stops right above threes. And if you snipe this out pretty well, you'd be able to catch this for like a really long, or in this case, a short long position. Um, but yeah, until you notice like another three formation, then you can potentially exit at that point. Uh, but yeah, that's how I use it. I know Andrew, you have access to that those threes. You just recently signed up for the elite plan, so congrats on that. So yeah, once you add it to your chart, you would go to indicators, go onto like the invite only tab. You should have access instantly to that once you like plug in your TradingView account and everything to the WAP platform. But yeah, if you have it on there, it's honestly one of the best things that I can use. And I've been using it for a while on MetaTrader and recently just brought it onto the TradingView platform. It kind of took some time for them to develop it onto there exactly like the MetaTrader version that I had. Um, and yeah, they pretty much got it spot on. And exactly the way that it would happen on MetaTrader is exactly how it would happen on TradingView. This way I can just analyze everything on TradingView and then execute, just place my trades on MetaTrader. Okay. Um, now I'm gonna do this just for you, Andrew, here, because I know it's your birthday. I don't know if it's exactly today, but I know you mentioned something about a birthday coming up. So I'm going to go a little bit more into the training there to help you out there. Uh, while I go into this training, I'm going to stop this recording here. And yeah, thank you guys for showing up, for those that are in this recording, watching this, and thank you for watching. But stay tuned there, Andrew. We will get some more training and those that are in here as well. Live, you can continue watching. So. Okay. Okay, so by the way, when's your birthday, Andrew? Should it not be a birthday? That'd be fine. December 1st. Okay, so coming up. Coming up. Cool. So yeah, so real quick here with one sec, let me. Oh, I see someone on YouTube mentioned their birthday is November 19th. Okay, so I'll just keep it on YouTube as well. I was actually going to stop the YouTube recording, but okay, so inside of that elite area here, so yeah, the trading view indicators, you go here, make sure that you claim all these three. I plan on adding some more of an Asian session range breakout and more of a breakdown. As of now, there's no training or anything created for that. But yeah, so what you can do is okay, so one of the top pairs that I use for we'll go with the London session breakout. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on the London session breakout, and you want to go to the 1 hour time frame. So make sure to take notes on this. So 1 hour time frame, GBP USD, and we are gonna look at the market. Just sorry, thing. Go to the very beginning. Let me make sure this is accurate here. Oh, it's on replay mode. Okay. Okay, so basically with this with this here, it's a London session breakout. So what happens is before the London session, there's going to be 8 candles that this is going to mark off, which is mainly going to be that Asian session range. We have the highs and the lows of that range, which is that represents what this line is down here, this low line up here, down here, and then this high line up there. So if price breaks, and this is on the 1 hour time frame, if price breaks below, that is a sell opportunity there. Sell opportunity there, and what I've found pretty consistent is going to be a 20 pip take profit or 20 ticks take profit. So it's no 200 ticks, 20 pips. And so that would be the take profit right there. And stop loss on this would be where this high is at right there. So risk to reward on this usually isn't the best, but the win rate on this is going to be pretty amazing. You'll notice a lot of trades just be hitting. So you could tighten stops if you wanted to, but I've just found that you just gotta let the market have some room to breathe. So yeah, here's another area here where here's a London session open right there. The 1 hour candle comes down. So you don't get in right when it drops down. You want to get in when the candle closes. So there could potentially be a wick that happens here and then it pulls back up. So you want to make sure that it closes there. And when it closes, you get in for the sell right when it closes. Okay. So here it closed there. Stops would be above here, which is more tighter stop. And then take profit would be 20 pips. So I'm just gonna go here, and 20 pips is somewhere about there. So we can clearly see the hit. So you can see a 2 for 2 right here. Oh, here's an example of one where it wicked above. So you can see right here, this was a London session open and it wicked above. You don't buy that wick. You want to make sure that the candlestick closes above. So we can see right here, the 1 hour did not close above. That means no buy entry. So you don't get in on this trade. Okay. And then you can see the second candle over here, it kind of wicked above a little bit, but we don't get in because it closed down here, it closed down here, it closed here. And then, so you can see here, this one did break above. Now for this strategy here, for London session breakout, what I recommend, and take note of this, is the first 4 hours right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, is the ones that you should be focused on for the London session. Not these other candles. This is the 5th candle, the 6th candle. You're not focused on these. You're only focused on the first 4. If the first 4 break out during the London, session, then that's where you can enter in on this session here. Now, for New York session, it's kind of the same concept here, but for New York session, this doesn't, yeah, it is not accurate there. One second. No, okay. Yeah, so yeah, for New York session, that's something else, but yeah, there's certain pairs that work best for New York and some that work best for London session. So um yeah, I will provide a list, but for now, just focus on GBP/USD. GBP/USD could be used for New York session as well. I just personally prefer it for London session. Uh, but yeah, for New York, this is how it worked. You can see New York open right there, price broke above there, and then that's where the entry would be when it closes, and you aim for 20 pips. So you can see that hit right there. I don't need to do that. Same with over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, close down here, and I think that was 20 pips there, and just count that. Almost exactly 20 pips, but maybe the spread might have not got it, but then later on in the future, it got it. Okay. So that's how I would use these New York and London session breakouts. Wait for the close. Now, not everything is going to be 100%. Again, there's no strategy out there that's going to be 100%, but as long as your win rates are high and just your rewards decent, then that's all that matters. Here's an example. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles here. None of them broke above or below within those 4 candles, so no entry. And if you want to advance yourself to be even better, you don't get in on every single buy or sell trade that you see when these breakouts happen. You want to kind of look at the market and determine whether it's a good buy or it's a good sell. Okay. And I'll show you some examples here. So here, this is 1 candle, 2 candles, it broke below that second candle. Sell entry there. Take profit 20 pips. And stops would be above here. We can see that it's profit. Okay, so here's an example. 8 hours before London, we have 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles right there. It breaks below. Breaks below, so that's indicating a sell position, correct? Why would you get in for a sell position here? We have major areas of support right there. It hasn't broken these levels of support, so why would we get in for a sell right there? Make sense? This is how you just become a better trader overall using this strategy here, improving your win rate. And if you were to lose some trades, you look at it and you analyze, okay, what happened? For the most part, it's been because it's been a level that you didn't realize, or it's been maybe divergence that you didn't check, or maybe it's high impact news. So for this, I would recommend like at least 5 minutes before high impact news happens, you close your position. If you have an open position, you just close it in a small loss or a profit, but just making sure to get out of the high impact news because it can spike up and down sporadically when that happens. So yeah, like here, this is saying a sell position right here. Would it be a good sell position right here? Yes. Reason why is because if you look at the overall structure right here, we have like a double top formation that happened there. And it's saying to sell right here. We have this previous high over here. And candlestick closed below. that's a nice sell position right there. It's almost like if you're getting in on the breakout of this double top over here. And we have the two up there, which twos aren't major, but again, those are like more for tracement areas. So, we're tracing like that. Um, so yeah, you aim for those 20 pips, or if you're a good trader, you would know that you can aim for like lows. You can, especially if you're catching more of like a trending type of thing. So this is a little bit of a higher high, so I probably would have aimed for more of a 20 pips. But yeah, if you notice that there's more of a bearish move, like a lot of these over here, like this could definitely be caught for more. Like I would have aimed for, if there was lows, shoot, there's nothing I can see, but oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some like lows over here that I can possibly look at, but I'd have to really look into it. But yeah, I'm not gonna look into it, but you kind of get the idea. You can aim for, oh, this isn't a good example. So here, instead of aiming for the 20 pips, you could potentially aim for even lower down here. That would have been very nice position right there. Sell, catch some more pips, why not? Okay. Hope that was valuable. Let me know if it was. I'm sure it was. You don't really need to tell me, but Brandon Olvera said, "When is the next meetup on YouTube?" Well, he mentioned on YouTube, when's the next meetup? I haven't done a meetup in a pretty long time, actually, since before COVID. COVID was, I would say, the time that things kind of I stopped doing meetups. But yeah, that was a while back. And then I would say I kind of just got used to not doing meetups. It's a good question. I was thinking maybe something, um, maybe something. Now that I'm starting to pick back up the academy and stuff going on there on the Watt platform. Now that notifications can get out to people easily, and people can see more. We have like the events tab there. I could potentially be hosting some in-person meetups. These are online meetups here every Tuesday, but we could potentially aim for doing some like in-person meetups. But yeah, would it be for like, I would say it's not just going to be like a thing where someone who just is looking from the sideline is at least joining into the elite plan, which right now is 97 to join in. So tons of value inside there, but I would say at least minimum being like someone within my circle of people I'm helping out. But yeah, like Andrew, for example, he made the decision today to join into the elite plan, and it's someone that I'm okay with taking an extra 30 minutes of my time to help you out with strategies and becoming a better trader. Um, but yeah, this is this one here is a pretty decent one. And I'm actually creating a software. If you haven't seen on my stories yet, the Wall Street Algo. That one's going to be based off of breakouts like this one, GBP but it's going to go more into like multiple pairs. So we'll be able to diversify and have multiple pairs being analyzed. Here's a list of them that you can check out, limited session breakouts. Some of the ones that we've tested out, USDCHF is another one. But master one, and then you can start looking into other ones. Okay. So like here, down here, stops above here, and take profit here. Here, no breakout, no trend. Here, breakout. But not a good sell opportunity. Again, you want to look at the market and see what it's selling. Do you sell right here when we have a strong level of resistance that is now support? Would you sell there? Even though if it broke out a little bit, I wouldn't sell there. Sell there, I see market formation showing higher highs, higher lows. It's going to be better to get on the breakout when the price is going up. All right, you guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining in. Be back in again next Tuesday. And hope you guys got, again, sure you guys got a ton of value. See you guys. Have a good night. And hopefully catch some more trades this London session. See you.